constantly
Yeah.
getting the things out.
Yeah. If we had pushed that Zerg into the ground on that one push we had, I think we could have moved in on the Protoss before they powered up too much.
Exactly. Saturation speeds were pretty good. 430 might be on the borderline, but I think your goal is gold anyway. So, did you feel like anything was wonky in your opener?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You got your orbital command at 15.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything went about according to plan. I'm surprised it was so slow to saturation, to be honest.
Okay.
But
It might have been the supply depots because your SCV was out longer, maybe.
Definitely, that could do it.
Yeah. All right. The other thing that we want to look at here is orbital command usage. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. We both had some strings at the end, right? But after the 30-minute mark, which is about halfway through that for me, the problem I ran into is I just was running out of places to go.
Yeah, I was already saturated.
Yeah.
I was on so many resources at that point. My only concern was spending.
Yep. So, you see, like, one of the things that happens when you practice the macro in the game environment is that you get your opponent doing things trying to disrupt you. Like, they were a lot more active on making attacks on us. They had some Oracle harass, did some damage to my SCV lines before getting out. Those sorts of things are more like what happens in ladder play than not. So it's a good environment to practice the macro.
Definitely.
Any thoughts or questions?
No, that was fun. We should do it again sometime. I actually think the last game I was improved for what I was after.
Good.
I just wanted more bases, more resources. I got behind on my barracks creation, so that was definitely a thing. I lost some barracks and didn't get them added to my command group. So
yeah, that happens.
Those are definitely things I'll be focused on, not losing. But I'm less likely to lose track of my buildings when I don't have 20 plus barracks.
Right.
So less concerned about that overall. I feel like after about 20 minutes, like we could just GG out and say, well, that was sort of our goal. Like, where were we at 20 minutes? And we hit our saturation points. At the point where I was mining out their gold, I kind of felt like we had actually accomplished our mission. It's like we have pushed across the map, taken every base available to us.
Yep.
We wanted to talk tactics, right? If we had simply built upgrades that game, right, like we could have won easily just by building upgrades.
Yep.
So some stim, some micro on the Marines.
The one thing that's interesting about doing this method of practice is, like, you're right. Getting in there by the 20-minute mark, did we meet our goals?
Yeah.
Right. That there's a lot to thinking about it that way. One of the other things that comes up, especially in our TVTs, right, is the longevity.
Yep.
And there's other matchups where longevity becomes a thing too.
Sure.
So, like, keeping up with
resources.
your resources and your spending in a long game is a lot harder than in a shorter game. So there's lots of stuff just by doing step one that you're actually practicing on at a very fundamental level. You're doing all the mechanics that revolve around your control groups and building units and cameras and mineral saturation, supply management. You get the opportunity to think about the map in a more simple, strategic way rather than getting sucked into all the little micro-oriented stuff in a battle. So you can think about, well, here's a good angle of attack, and because you're just using the mini-map for the most part to do your army control, right? So it's like hidden inside of this very simple thing is actually there's a lot of depth, and I mean, my left hand is sore.
Yep, definitely.
It's worn out.
So much button pushing.
Mash.
Let's go A's.
Yes. Yeah. Well, for me it's 4, but for you it's A.
Four would get me my command group for my buildings. So it would be 4A.
Right.
4 first. Anyways.
Yeah. Yes. So I think that's we're gonna call it here.
Yeah. That's it for me.
There's a lot of mayhem.
Yeah, it was fun. We had some Marines.
We had lots and lots of Marines. And there were some victories and there were some defeats.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 passes toward going to step 2.
Yep.
So you just need 2 more without any fails, and you're ready for step 2.
Hooray!
Yeah. Onward and forward toward victory.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on the show, dude. I'm gonna go close down my stuff.
Okay.
You have a good night, everybody.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for joining. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you again tomorrow.